Hi everyone, Nick Kratikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor. Dad is behind the camera tonight. Steven filmed us last night, but tonight we have something that I'm kind of actually really excited for. And that's going to be a container. So I've picked up this lime green spring container last spring, and I have several of them in different colors. I have them in green. I think I have them in purple, I want to say, and then I have them in red. So the red's going to be kind of a summery centerpiece, 4th of July themed. But today we're going to be doing green and then kind of hot pink, which I thought was a good combo. So as you guys come in tonight, be sure to let us know where you're watching from, and be sure to thank Dad for recording us. But Dad, here's all of the flowers we're going to be using. He just asked me why I have so many products on my table. The thing about Dad, and me and Dad get into little fights all the time, and he's laughing behind the camera right now. We get into fights all the time because he questions every little thing I do.
That's right. Got to keep him on his toes.
What I mean by that is he goes, oh, are you going to be using all of this stuff? And he kind of knows what I do by now. And I kind of, not to toot my own horn, you guys, but I kind of know what I'm doing. You know, that's why I do what I do. So when him and Yaya ask me if I'm going to use every single thing or why you have all of these things on your table, it's because I like to have a little assortment, you know? We throw things on our table and we make them work. So if I could just add 3 extra ranunculus, Dad, so be it, all right? So that just clarifies that up, and I waited till on camera so he can't yell at me for that little remark. So also tonight we are going to do another giveaway, Dad. So over the last couple of nights we've done, how many have we done now? 3, I think?
I'm not sure.
3, maybe 4, but we still have more rolls of ribbon. So Dad, just show off those flowers while we get some of those ribbons. Here are some berries we're going to be using. Some of those hot pink long stems. They kind of look like cherry. They don't look like cherry blossoms. I don't know. They just probably are a filler flower. So here's the 2 rolls of ribbon. All you have to do right here, right now, is comment down below which of the 2 you would like. And Dad will be choosing a winner in the final few minutes. And you have to stick around to hear your name to message me, because I don't seek people out for messages. So, you know, after you win, just comment or just message me and let us know that you won. So we have the buffalo plaid. If you want that, say buffalo plaid. If you want the stripe, comment down stripe. And we have so many more rolls of these to give away. So that is the schedule for tonight. We have this that we're going to be designing in. And I think to start off with, Dad, I think we're going to just do a very light bed of this. Do you know what this is?
Is that your dill bush?
It is. Thank you, Chris, for the stars. Yes, my infamous dill bush. Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Lots of angry faces coming in. Uh-oh. What happened? All right. Yes, love your relationship with your dad. I know. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes he's just a little too much. Right, Dad?
Nice hair, dear Nick.
Oh, thanks. All right. So let's work in some of this dill bush. Being very sporadic with it. We're not going to do anything super elaborate with this design. We're just going to basically fill it with beautiful flowers. And, you know, you don't have to do anything super elaborate to design. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes simplicity is key. And when you just stick to kind of the basics, things always tend to work out. You know, when things don't work out, it's when you start kind of being a little too creative. So creativity is great, but if you ever just want something simple, if you just keep to the basics, I'm sure everything will turn out just fine and just lovely and dandy. So let's work in some of this. This is 1 full bush so far.
Over 800 already, Nick.
I know. Thank you all.
Thank you for the stars, everyone.
Yes. And as always, if you don't mind giving this video a like and a share, we would appreciate it. Thank you, Sandy, for the stars. You don't have to share and like this video to be entered to win. All you have to do is comment. But, you know, we always appreciate it regardless. So I don't think we actually need to cut into a second one. Always reserve the products you have. Never get super heavy-handed. Now we're going to come back in with... Let's come back in with some of our fern, just because I like this that much. So this came from Trendy Tree. And, I mean, honestly, Dad, if we really wanted to, we could just shove that whole thing in, and it would look... Tell me that wouldn't look great.
Yeah, it would look like a big focal point, yeah.
I'm wondering if we should just try that. What do you think?
I don't know. I think you have better ideas in mind.
Okay, I do have better ideas.
See, I know you.
He knows me. So let's snip it down. That way we can break it and stretch it out a little bit more. But I do want to take one of these things. And the funny thing is when I met Carrie of Trendy Tree for the first time, I remember her telling me that when she started, you know, selling supplies, she didn't know that you could break these things apart. So she thought you just took this whole thing and shoved it into a wreath, which you can. But that's going to stick with me till forever, because I just thought that was the funniest thing when she told me that. But we're going to take some of these. By breaking them down, you guys, you're stretching your dollar. You're making sure that you're not making things too bulky. That's probably my biggest pet peeve is, you know, when things are just, you know, too much. You know, you don't want to add too many things. But by breaking them down, you're, you know, saving some money because you're not using nearly the amount that you probably anticipated on using.
1.1K, Nick. Wow, that was quick.
Wow, really?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tony, for the share. So we're just placing these.
Hi, Sandra. The first greenery is a dill bush.
Dill bush followed by this. What is this, Dad?
I can't. Well, my glasses are off. What is it? A
your
fern?
glasses
Yeah,
are
because I'm
You
trying.
can see this from a mile away, just from the leaf shape.
Is it a fern?
It is a fern.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a fern. So I'm a huge lover of ferns.
Me too. I like ferns.
So what works about my yard, and you guys are going to see because we're going to do a whole garden. Oh my God, my hair is a mess tonight.
No, it looks good actually.
Our whole, what we've been planning on doing for this spring and summer and fall and from here on out is actually starting garden series. I love to garden, but like what I was saying about the ferns, what's cool about our yard is that our front yard is full sun, baby, full blazing sun all day, every day. But our backyard is a lot more shaded, so I actually have different like little microclimates within my yard. Some places the zone is completely different within different parts of my yard. So the backyard we have tons of ferns growing, but the front yard not so much. We could not be growing these ferns in our front yard because they like shade, they like cool, and they like it kind of humid and moist.
We got a little bit more sun now on the side of the house than we did before because we cut all those trees last year. Remember, Nick?
That's true, and you know how
we had
I
no
noticed
sun
that?
before. Yeah.
You know how I noticed that, Dad? Because the side of our house is our hosta garden. Well, one of the hosta.
Yeah,
gardens.
one
We
of
have
them.
hostas
Yeah.
everywhere. So I definitely saw how they kind of went into a little shock. I mean, they just got a little bit more color from the side of the house because the trees are gone. What do you think of that so far?
I think it looks nice.
Right? I mean, I would honestly just have this on my house like this. I love greenery that much. But we're not done. We can't be done. So now we're going to come back in with these beautiful pink flowers. And I purchased a bunch of these because I liked them that much. And again, if you guys don't mind giving this video a like as well as a share, I would appreciate it. And if you're just tuning in and you haven't commented down below yet, we are giving away a free 2 free rolls of ribbon for the next few nights or so. Just because I have so many of them and I'm not going to be going through all of them. So you guys have been so good to us over the years that it's time to give back to you guys. So we're going to be giving away some 50-yard spools as well as 25-yard spools. I think that's what they are. Well, 75 feet is 25 yards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at how far out I'm sticking some of these, Dad. I think it's going to be cool.
T said,
different.
your hair is fine. Be glad you can't see our hair.
Right? All right, so nothing's like a little pop of this hot pink with this lime green. We're sticking some of these way out there, aren't we, Dad?
Yep.
I think it's going to be cool that way. So it's going to be cool, but we always got to keep shipping in mind. And thank the Lord Dad does that for me. So he's going to have to kind of manipulate
it.
In the box. But, never be afraid of kind of making things a little bit larger, especially arrangements and stuff. Because if this was to go in a box, you guys, all we have to do is just bend these down. And then when the customer receives it, watch what happens when I let them go. They go right back up. Or they can be bent because they are wired. I don't want them to go too far out, but it's okay to add a little bit of length and height. So I see we're at 1,200 viewers. Thank you all so much. I hope you all had a good day. Let us know what you did today. If at all anything fun and exciting. We didn't because it's been snowing like crazy all day, which I'm already sick of. If I never have to see snow again in my life, Dad.
I know.
But I know lots of people like love the snow that have never seen it before. It's just funny how different, in different parts of the world we all live. So I have one more piece from that spray. Was that just one spray? Did I break down 2 of those? That's one.
That's
spray.
one, yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. Look at that, you guys. Look at how far that's sticking out. Love free ribbon. Love watching you and your floral creations. Love learning so much. Well, thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate it. So we're going to come back in with more of those. I just know it. But I do want to work in different textures. So the next thing I want to work in are some of our ranunculus. So, Dad, we are using a good amount of product. Not really, actually, at all. So that little comment we made right before this video is irrelevant. But it's funny, you guys, because now all I have to do is give them a look and they just go, okay, you know what you're talking about. But in the beginning, years and years ago, they'd always question me. I mean, in good spirits, but, now it's just like, really, Dad? How many times have we done lives together now?
You know what Nick always says to me? I know what I'm doing, Dad.
I know what I'm doing, Dad. But it's not even just wreath making now, Dad. It's like everything. And anytime I tell him to do something, it's like he knows that, like, my word is good. I haven't disappointed him yet, and knock on wood that I don't. But anything with the yard or, anything like that, if I tell him, Dad, that lilac bush is coming out, and he fights me tooth and nail, what ends up happening?
I like it after.
You like it? All right, so we're going to take some of these. These are just ranunculus, and I love the look of this lime green with the fuchsia. So we're just going to work in some of these. And I see we're at 1,200 now. Thank you all very much. All right, so this is going to be a one-sided design. I mean, no, you could keep this as a centerpiece too. So we are going to make it beautiful from all points of view. But it just doesn't have to be as perfect on one side if you're doing an arrangement. But we're going to kind of make this into a centerpiece because it's nice and tall, but it's not... Like, I'm sitting at eye level, you could easily see somebody over this. So that's usually what I look for when designing kind of centerpieces, is making sure that it's, you know, able to be seen. Your person across from you is able to be seen, unless you don't like them. All right. So this one I actually just cut in its entirety, and I'm thinking that would look nice sticking right up in the middle. What do you think of that, Dad? I'm going to cut one piece off, actually. I'm going to cut one piece off. See, Carrie would be proud with this because, look, I barely cut it into little pieces.
Yep.
Using it in its entirety. So take this, place it there. And, you know, my favorite kind of designs to create now are just kind of free-spirited, whimsical, wild-style ones. I think it's so much more fun doing it that way. And, you know, it makes it so much easier to design with, too, you guys. So if you're kind of a beginner designer and you don't know what to start with or how to make wreaths and centerpieces and arrangements look great, honestly, go with that garden feel, because if it's kind of wild and free-spirited, it always looks good. Always. This one we're going to break down as well. And see this? I have a little bit of greenery. I just cut off the stem, and then I'm going to cut off that like chunky bit in the middle where we cut off the actual stems. That way you're not seeing those little stems sticking out. Same thing goes with gardening. That's what I do with my plants in my yard. If we have kind of that stemmy bit, I just remove it, and then we can work it in. Take this piece, place it on the left-hand side now.
That's looking awesome, Nick.
I think so too. Thank you, Dad. We have one final flower left that we can essentially just place wherever we feel like it. Or we can hold off on adding that, which I'm going to do. We're going to come back in with a little bit more of this. You know what this is called, Dad?
Dill bush.
Dill bush.
Try to trick me again, Nick?
Hey, I can't get anything past you anymore. So we're using 2 of these. So this is $7 each. And Hobby Lobby did go up on their prices. So we forgot to go today, Dad. We got to go and return some things. Because she charged me like $60 extra for some of the flowers. So we got to make sure to get our 50% off, because that's why we wait to every other week.
Yep.
So I'm just taking some of this dill, working it around, making sure that we don't see any of our foam. If I see a little of the foam in the end, I can come back in with extra greenery. But it is a no-no. I don't like seeing any of my foam or any of my mechanics for that matter, any wires or anything showing. You want this to look like you just took flowers and placed them in a big bucket, went outside, cut a bunch of stems, and kind of have that garden style look. Also, another possibility we can do too, Dad, is actually take some moss and cover it. The reason we didn't add that in the beginning, because I think it can be kind of wasteful. I know lots of designers love adding moss in the beginning, but my logic is you know, adding it towards the end kind of reduces the amount of product you end up using. So I think I just repeated myself 4 times in 4 different ways, but that's a-okay. Take a little bit more of this dill. And with container gardening outside, when you landscape, you always want to, you know, with any kind of container, whether it's, you know, urns or whatever you're designing with, you want to have the rule of 3. And the rule of 3 is to have a spiller, a thriller, and a filler. Our thriller is definitely that beautiful pop of pink. You know, the stems kind of sticking every which way, kind of like my hair. The filler is the dill bush and the greenery that we've added, as well as the spiller, because the spiller is some of that dill bush kind of softening the edge of your container. So any container you ever design with, thank you, Teresa, for the stars, any container you ever design with, you always want to have things going over the side. Fern is probably one of the best choices for that, because you never want to see the lip. You always want to kind of soften that. You want your designs to look as though they've been growing for some time in your containers. Should we add some of these, Dad? I'm not sure if I love them in this.
I don't think so, no.
Me neither.
You're holding them behind there
now. So
now.
we're going to come back in with a little bit more. Where'd my fern go? We're going to cut off a few more ferns. Again, get your comments in, you guys. If you want a free roll of the 50-yard stripe, comment that. Or if you want this 25-yard of the buffalo plaid, you can comment that one as well. So it's whatever one you guys want. We're going to be drawing 2 winners in probably a few minutes, because this design went by really, really quickly, it feels like.
Victoria said, "Oh my, it's beautiful." Everybody thinks it's beautiful, Nick.
Thank
it is.
You,
it's
Victoria.
gorgeous.
Did you guys see the one we designed in Nick's exclusive wreath community last night? I posted a picture of it earlier, and I love the way that one turned out. We designed a 2-tiered basket. You saw that, right, Dad?
Yeah.
I love that one. So if you guys are interested in learning more about Nick's exclusive Wreath Community 2, the group is $25 a month. We go live each and every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, but we also post between 16 and 18 pre-recorded videos every month as well. And pre-recorded videos are using my camera behind me. They're a lot higher quality. They're a lot more in-depth. And I crop out any nonsense. So it's straight to the point. It's, solely educational. As much as I love talking to you guys 24/7, those videos really, pack a powerful punch in regards to, information. So you guys can learn more about that at, where, Dad? What's my website?
Nick's Seasonal Decor.
.com.
.com.
.com. He'll get there, you guys. One of these days, he's going to be 100% spot on with every single question I throw at him. I mean, he's already changed drastically. He already knows what he's talking about. So, thank you, Barb, for the stars. We're going to come back in with one more, or at least a little bit more of this. And this is just some kind of, flower. This probably doesn't have a name. It's kind of like in between cherry blossoms and dogwood, but who knows what they have it labeled as.
Dawn Pearson is the winner of one roll of ribbon tonight.
Which one did she win?
Just whatever one she picks. I just picking names, Nick.
You're just picking names?
Just picking names.
Okay. Well, then now choose somebody that commented one color. So Dawn can get the other color then.
And Joanne Simmons wants the stripe.
Okay, so Dawn gets the buffalo check. And who else?
Dawn Simmons.
Dawn Simmons and who?
And, now you mixed me up now.
Oh my gosh, Dad.
Pearson.
Dawn Pearson.
Dawn Pearson, yeah.
Okay, well, if your name was called, it's fine, Dad. If your name was called, just message me, and you will get your free roll probably next week, at the end of next week, when we finish up all of our...
Joanne Simmons.
Joanne Simmons.
And Dawn Pearson.
And Dawn Pearson, okay. So for next time, Dad, make sure that you choose two winners that have their choices.
Yes, sir.
So if they choose, plaid, that way I want to make sure that everybody's getting the roll that they want, and that we don't kind of run out of the color that they would like. So congratulations, you two. Send us a message, and we will send your roll out next week. And who doesn't love free ribbon? We have so many more to give away. So tomorrow night we're going to do the same thing. I do want to stick one piece kind of sticking straight up. So that's what we're going to do with the next piece. All right.
This is a stunning piece, Nick.
You guys like it?
Oh, my God, it's beautiful.
How simple, though, right?
Joanne was like, oh, my God, I love it. I won the stripe.
Congrats, Joanne. So, again, also, you guys, if you're not following us on Instagram or not following us on YouTube yet, why? Why? We would appreciate a like and a follow. Or subscribe if you're subscribing to YouTube on those platforms as well. We have almost 300,000 followers on Facebook, and I would love for our other platforms, communities to be growing as well. You never know what can happen with any social media. So Facebook can shut down tomorrow. They can shut my page down tomorrow. You never know. So it's always a good idea to be following us on other accounts too. God forbid, knock on wood, that'd be devastating if we lost our Facebook, but you never know. So, if you're checking us out on other pages, you're not going to lose us altogether. All right, this one's sticking out a little far. We'll just snip that there. I have another little red piece. Nope, not red, fuchsia. How's that look?
This would look awesome anywhere. This is just such a nice, beautiful piece, Nick.
So this will be listed on our Etsy shop for those of you interested. Our designs do sell rather fast, so if something does catch your eye, snag it before it goes. This is going to be a one-of-a-kind. We're not going to be replicating this. I only have this container. I have it in other colors, but just this one. So yeah, if you like it, snag it. If not, that's A-okay. We'll have 100 more that you might possibly like. Okay. Just taking our final few ranunculus, working them in.
Dawn says, thank you. I'm so happy I won.
Congrats, Dawn. All right.
You guys are awesome. All of you guys. We love you guys.
Yes, we do. Love the centerpiece. It's beautiful. Thank you, Janice. And we love Janice. Janice is one of our best customers.
Yes.
And Janice also is a member of Nick's exclusive Wreath community. And she is a lovely, lovely lady. And I would love to meet her one day. I would love to meet each and every one of you guys one day. I think, it's so much fun. That's why last summer was so devastating that, all of the events were canceled, because I love seeing everyone.
Dawn Pearson says, where can they message you, Nick?
Just send us a message on Facebook. Also, if you're a winner and you want to send us an email, you can do that too. But Facebook Messenger is the best, because our email has just kind of been bombarded lately, and I'm just trying to sort through it. We're going to finally get things right, you guys, but you got to keep in mind, too, that me and my family are not tech savvy by any means. You know, anything that I do on technology is just me winging it. It's worked for me so far, but we definitely have to change things up in the future to kind of get things working as great as possible. And there's that, you guys. How pretty did that turn out?
That's amazing.
And I still see a little bit of foam showing, so what I can do is come back in with some greenery later on, or I could just take a little bit of moss and cover it up. So if I was to cover my entire container with moss, wouldn't that be kind of needless, Dad?
Yeah.
Because you can't see inside. So if there's any parts that are showing the foam or bare, just take a little moss or some filler greenery and you'll be good to go. So here's the finished product. Give some hearts if you love this. And as always, if you don't mind liking and sharing this video, I would appreciate it too. Got a glue
Hi,
stick.
Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. You're just tuning in, Jeff?
Oh, he's been around. I think
he's
he's been
been
around.
Hey,
He said you
Jeff.
just knocked the wind out of him by saying no Facebook.
I know, right? You never know what can happen, you guys. I'm a firm believer in that. That's why, you know, always tell the people you love them. Always give them crap when it's rightfully deserved, like Dad from making fun of me for having so many products on my table. We still have so many on our table too, Dad, so I didn't use all of them. But with that being said, I love you guys. We will see you tomorrow night with another giveaway of ribbon. We should have enough for a couple more days of these 2 rolls. Oops. And then we might switch it up and do something else. So, again, if you're interested in Nick's exclusive wreath community, learn more at nickseasonaldecor.com. While you're there, subscribe to our email list. I will have the photo series done in, you know, hopefully a few days. Editing it, you know, it's already been recorded, but we're just trying to figure everything out and have it, you know, aesthetically pleasing, if you will. We have to finish up our shop one day at a time. But yeah, thank you guys. This will be listed on Etsy, and I'll have pictures of it posted on Facebook for you guys to enjoy. So I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow night. When, Dad?
Between 7:30 and 9.
Between 7:30 and 9. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.